I'm going to try and do a video. Apparently, I've got to hold the camera this way if it's more than 60 seconds because it can't go on his YouTube, alright? So this is being done handheld, so you must be going to get a bit of movement. So I am going to read a little bit of some of my books. So I think I'm going to start with my first books. And that is here. I'm going to turn around, I'm going to lose my head. Make it count. So yeah, here, make it count. And these is my first ever books with the series of my life story. But also you can see the raft on the pond. And I'm going to do a little bit explaining. So the pond and the lady on the pond with the lamp. So the lamp is what I hope I am to people. The light in the dark. See? And the raft is because my granddad made me a boat, and on this boat I learnt to paddle, and this pond was very small, this pond was, and the boat was just made out of old barrels, and I used to paddle around on this boat, and in the middle was an island that is my mum's memorial, where her ashes are scattered. So it had quite a significance in the family. And my mum also used to skate on the pond when it was frozen. So this is why the raft is on the front of the book. It's when I look back, I reflect on this moments of my childhood growing up and the significance of it. There's lots, and everything I write in my books is always due to a reason. For example, when I look at the trees falling, it's never just the matter that the trees fall every year, they lose their leaves and the tree goes into hibernation, and this is just how things are, and it's accepted it, and we accept that in nature. But sometimes when our lives everything seems to be changing, and it can feel overwhelmed that all this stuff is happening, and we can't see it when it's our situation. And that's like many other scenarios too. When you're looking at something happening outside of your world and you can see it happen to someone else, it makes perfect logical sense. But when it's yourself, you're just experiencing that thing. So like, for example, you can see all the leaves falling, and the leaves fall in and you can feel a bit bare, and you know what's going to happen. But maybe that, for example, that tree was like, it's a nice sunny day and it's feeling, God, I wish I had my leaves to absorb this beautiful sunshine. We don't know. We don't know. And, because we don't know what nature feels and what nature thinks, because it can't talk to us. And that's like us with our own scenarios. Sometimes things are happening to us and we can't express, or if we express how we feel, it still doesn't change it, and we have to go through that process. So all my books, my son says I shouldn't psychologist, but everything I write, I am that type of person. I psychologize everything, literally everything. Everything I think I want to know why, how, and what. But what is more important to me is how I feel about things. Now, this is so underestimated. People say, oh, it doesn't make any difference how you're feeling about things, but it definitely does. So I'm going to start now with a little bit of my book. I'm going to read a little bit of it. So I think I'll start with the introduction. So this is going to be a bit more thing because my eyesight is getting really rubbish now, guys. So I'm long-sighted, so really I need to be holding the book right back here where the phone is. So this is Make It Count, Introduction by Mary John. So why did I decide to write this book? What is the point of this book? Most of us have goals that we'd like to achieve in our lives in the form of experience and emotions. Some we have achieved already, and some we have not yet to achieve. Our desired goals can often change throughout our lifetime, and those moments you desire to experience now may not be what you thought they would be. See, I told you I've got to struggle with my eyesight now. I have to keep the page exactly straight. I think it's someone else to read these books to you, I think. So, you plan for your life at the different points along your journey. I bet that if you look back at those goals and moments, that you have achieved or experienced that some things felt the way you expected and some things maybe did not. The aim of this book is to look at these past goals along the pivotal moments and associated memories to see how you have enriched your lives to make it better and discover what it has taught you along the way, for better or for worse. If we look forward, I would imagine that most of us still have things we would like to achieve in the future, whether they are large, like life goals, a change in career, or a lasting romance, or a relationship, deeper friendships, or whatever you find important to give you the best personal fulfillment and happiness in your life. Your goals could even be smaller goals, such as redecorating a room in your house, having a holiday, your next year, or even a stepping outside your front door without feeling a dread of panic. If you suffer with panic attacks, I can truly understand this. I've added that bit in myself because I have also experienced many issues myself. We are all completely different in terms of what we aim to achieve, but we all have one thing in common, the desire to be happy. I'd like to end it there on that part. What is happiness for you is very different from one other person to another. Some people feel that if they achieve this, they'll be happy. That's not always so. But I would say when you have that thing that you think will make you happy, why do you think that thing will make you happy? And before you can answer that, think of the thing and think how you would feel when you achieve that. That will give you a good clue of why and what you want to do to be happy. Like, for example, for me, my clear thing is I love my animals very dearly. I want to be able to have my pets with me. And I hate this rain. I really dislike. Even though I know for a fact that the mountains would not be so green without this rain. But when it is on and on for days and days and days, I find it very hard to deal with. I know it has to be. That does not mean I like it. That's like many things in our lives. There are some things that we know have to be, but we don't like. Is there a way that we can still have the green grass without having to put up with the days and days of rain? That's what would make me happy, to have my beautiful animals with me and not to have to make the compromise that I'm making now. That's my little example, and I hope that you find yours. Now I'm going to leave you with that and do another little bit of the book in a few days' time. Take care.